So how's BitcoinWeek going? Fine? Do you like our country? Love it, right? Well, let me say some hellos. I have to say this. That's in protocol. So here's the Vice President over there. Hello, Vice President. Oh, there, yeah. He's the Vice President of the country in the party. The President of the Assembly is also here. Where is he? Ernesto? Over there. Yeah, we have some diputados over there, ministers, secretaries. Yeah, we have the participants and speakers of La Bitcoin. Where are you guys? Great event. How about the participants, organizers, and speakers of Adopting Bitcoin? Where are you? Our friends of Bitcoin Beach. And Zonte, where everything started. And where was Bitcoiners? That's it. Then the miners. Russians. Germans. Yeah, okay, I'm joking. Okay, so let's see. You remember in June 6, I sent a video to Bitcoin conference in Miami, and we announced that El Salvador was making Bitcoin legal tender. That was June 6. Then in June 9th, the diputados over here, they approved the Bitcoin law in the Assembly. And we listened to it. A lot of us, 22,000 of us, we listened to it in Bitcoin Spaces, and we listened to the vote live. And, you know, after that, we had some attacks of the opposition. Believe it or not, we have an opposition. It's very small, but we do have one. And they started, you know, complaining about Bitcoin, and they started with misinformation to the people, telling them Bitcoin was bad, and, you know, you shouldn't use that currency because, you know, it's invisible. You cannot see it. Yeah, exactly. They are all full of bullshit. But, you know, they're allowed to be full of bullshit. So they started rallying some people. You know, 1% of the population is 70,000 people, so it's a lot of people. They can rally 1%, but they can still rally like, you know, 0.1%. And they started, we had some protests. You see those? They even burned an ATM. Full ATM full of, you know, USD, so fine. The Bitcoin was saved with the cloud. They just burned $30,000 US. They couldn't burn the Bitcoin because it was invisible, right? So they burned the ATM and everything. But did you see something? How many events did we have this week? Like 40? Like 40 events, right? Did you see one protester? They can rally anybody anymore. I don't know. Because I don't know the exact number, but I would think around 5 million Salvadorans have been orange pilled right now. How do I know the number? I don't know the exact number, but I know 3.8 people use our wallet. I know Bitcoin Beach has a lot of users. I know the guys from Strike, they have a lot of users too. They was #1 app in El Salvador for like 3 months. And a lot of people use other wallets, Coinbase, and, you know, a lot of wallets. And, yeah, Moon Wallet. Yeah, yours. Bitrefill, sorry. Bitrefill. Yeah, not right. So, I don't know the exact number, but if you add up 30,000 Salvadorans that were Bitcoiners before the law, so the number could be way over 4 million. I don't know if it's 5 million, but you could say 5 million for the underage, so it's almost all the population. So it's very hard for them to find protesters. But, you know, so they couldn't do one in the whole Bitcoin week. That's good, right? Yeah! But they're free to do it. That's good also. Right? Yeah! Free country. They can protest, they can, you know, burn ATMs, fine. Just, you know, they have insurance. Yeah, you can burn all of them. Don't worry. And, well, so it took us like June, July, August, September. It took us like 4 months to orange build everybody. So that's fast, right? That's really fast. Yeah, exactly. The savior. Now, beautiful Salvador. Yep. So, you know, we demonstrated that Bitcoin could do a lot of good things. You know, in this conference, in the Bitcoin Latin American Bitcoin conference, they sold some surfboards, yeah. And they sold them $11,000, $7,000, and all that money was going to the children's hospital. Yeah. And you know, there were some other guys from Liverland, they donated.
Oh, yeah!
Those
yeah.
guys.
Gracias.
They are over there. They donated 1 Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
They donated 1 full Bitcoin for the children's hospital, too. Yeah, that's right. And we're getting a lot of donations. We're building 20 Bitcoin schools, which will be full of, you know, technology and everything, but also the economical education of the future. How did money evolve and all of that things. So, but also, you saw the pet hospital we're building? So we're building a pet hospital with, you know, our trust fund is made up of Bitcoin and dollars. So since the Bitcoin part is now worth more, so the US dollar part, you can spend something of it and build that. And we announced it like in first days of October. We start building it in the last days of October, and now we're doing the third floor. And I asked, where are you finishing that thing? I said, 60 days, Mr. President. I said, yeah, that's fast. El Salvador is fast. So we built. Which country in the world will announce one thing, one day, start construction 4 weeks later, and finish it 60 days later? El Salvador, that's right. So, you know, I was thinking, we're having this great event with all these great people, and I was thinking we should do a great announcement, right? But we already have Bitcoin as a legal tender, so what could it be? Has to be something as good as that, at least. So I was thinking, what do we do? Do we bring Satoshi here? What do we do, right? It's a little hard. So I thought, you know, when Alexander the Great was conquering the world, they established these Alexandrias. And the whole point of the Alexandrias, they were very small pieces of land, if you would think cities at that time. But they established 20 Alexandrias all over the empire. And the idea was these Alexandrias not to cover the territory, which was immense, and the Alexandrias were actually very small. But the idea behind it was to these Alexandrias be like the beacons of hope for the rest of the world. That all of the world could be like that. Of course, Alexander the Great died, and the empire divided, you know the rest of the story. But that was the idea. So I thought, you know, if you want Bitcoin to spread all over the world, we should build some Alexandrias, right? So I thought, well, we should build the first Alexandria here in El Salvador. So we were thinking of building, no, not that, take that off. That's Chivo Pets. So we were thinking of building Bitcoin City. Over there. There you have El Salvador, you have the geothermal plant. Some people saw that. You have that in Berlin and Zulutan. And right next to, well, close to there, here you have the power plant. And close to there, you have the Golfo de Fonseca, the Fonsecan Gulf. So why don't we build the city over there in the Fonsecan Gulf? So actually, what I was going to present to you is the building of, not build the beat, yeah. Bitcoin City. It's not just an idea, but it would actually, yeah, it's not just an idea, but it would actually be a legal municipality. With mayor and everything. Probably run for mayor of Bitcoin City in the future. So, what is Bitcoin City going to include? Well, it's going to be right there on the second Gulf, and it's going to include everything: residential areas, commercial areas, services, museums, entertainment, bars, restaurants, airport, port, rail, everything devoted to Bitcoin. And can you put up the presentation of the Bitcoin City, please? Yeah, not the logo. Yeah, Bitcoin City. Hey, the presentation, guys.
The coolest president. The best.
Oh, so there you go. Go back. Don't show them, guys.
Hey, for the meantime.
Go to the beginning, al principio. Yeah. What's that? That's mine? Oh, it's yours. Yeah, it's from Argentina. Oh, it's mine. Thank you. Beautiful.
Colombia, canción para ti.
Okay, so that's the city. So that's Bitcoin City. Will be a circle that will enclose a new volcano. It's not a new volcano, but a new volcano. It's really not the same volcano that's powering the mine. It's another one. So at the beginning, we will power the city with the old volcano and the old power plant. But then we will build a new one right next to the city. And the volcano will power the whole city and will also power the mining. So we will have a real volcano here. And the full city. Now, please, roll it. So the city is going to be totally circle except for the place of the volcano. And in the middle, you will have a huge plaza, which would be from the air, you will look at it as a Bitcoin sign. So you have everything. Regulations, new economic policies, digital zones. The strategic location, the second Gulf, is shared by Honduras, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. No, the second Gulf, it's 3 countries. So this will be in an international area. And the government will provide the land and the infrastructure, the public infrastructure. The economic areas will attract investors that will contribute to the development and construction of the city. And of course, Bitcoin City is committed to free and equal access to everything. So, roll it. There, we'll have digital and tech educations. And the social polycentric urban configuration, which has a small dent for the volcano there. Nice feature in the city. We have digital and physical arts and culture, equality and accessibility to the digital system, geothermal energy that will power the entire city and the Bitcoin mining. And of course, will facilitate business and technology investment, and of course, sustainable and efficient public transportation. Now, yeah, I had the control, sorry. Now, of course, that's the division. I will not bore you with those things, but you have social amenities, the residential, the green areas. I mean, it will be huge and technological, but also huge and sustainable and green. That's nice, isn't it? And we're going to have industrial and office space, and also everything is going to be a digital environment. Everything has been taken into consideration: recreation, electricity, water treatment and waste management, etc. Airport, port. The airport will be 10 miles away, and the port will be 5 miles away. 5 kilometers away, which is like 3 miles. You know, how it's, you know, the split of everything that we had. The volcano, you know, how it works. It powers the hot water steam, that powers the turbine, that powers the energy generator, and then we have electricity, crypto mining, warehousing, tourism, entertainment, and culture and sports. Everything clean and coming from the volcano. And of course, that sounds nice and everything, but you know, there would be, you know, the city with time, you know, and private entrepreneurship and investment, of course. It would, you know, if I had a company, a digital company, why wouldn't I want to be there, right? It's like logical for me and everybody that you have to be there, you know, in the Alexandria, right? Everybody wants an office space over there, so office space builders build something because you will have a lot of clients looking for office space. And apartment builders build apartments because you have a lot of people looking for an apartment. I want an apartment over there. And that plaza was beautiful, made up of stone, colored stone. So you have orange colored stone and gray. So you have that beautiful thing made up of stone, so it will last for thousands of years. Not the buildings, but the plaza itself would last for thousands of years. So when we're all gone, they will see that the plaza is still there, probably using it. Yes, that's from the air. Little, you know, a little sepia here. And that's Bitcoin City. But I'm not done. Bitcoin, people will say, well, you know, it looks fine, it's techy. You know, I'm fine in New York, or, you know, Houston or whatever. Nice cities, though. No, you're not really, exactly. Yeah, you want to live it. Exactly, you're moving here. Look at the weather. I mean, we're in winter. Yeah, that's winter. It's winter for you guys. And, well, not winter, but we're, you know, almost in winter. And the Bitcoin City, of course, it's in El Salvador, so Bitcoin is legal tender. That's nice. Not enough, probably nothing. Or not. But we'll have zero income tax. Yeah. 0% forever. Zero capital gains tax. So you know, invest here, make all the money you want. You know. We're fine. Exactly, trade whatever you want. Zero property tax. I mean, if you're making a huge building, you don't want to pay property tax for that. So you won't pay anything. Zero payroll tax. We want you to hire people, not to pay taxes for hiring people. Zero municipal taxes. Now you say, okay, so who's going to pick up the trash? I'm going to go into that. And zero CO2 emissions. Because this is a fully ecological city that works and it's energized by a volcano. That it's just right in the side of the city. So that's Bitcoin City, everybody. So you know that you will say, well, you know, that sounds nice, but who's going to pick up the trash? So the only tax that you're going to have in Bitcoin City is the value-added tax, which, you know, normal value-added tax, 10%, which you would pay for, you know, if you buy a Coke, you would pay 10%, like, you know. And that value-added tax will be used, half of it, to pay the bonds that we're going to issue to build up the city, so it's going to pay for itself. And the other half will be transferred to municipalities, so they clean up the trash, they keep the parks nice, and they keep the city all neat and clean. So that would be the only tax, the value-added tax, 10% value-added tax. And that tax will be used to pay for the city and its public infrastructure, and to pay for the maintenance of the city. So the mayor will have that income, so, you know, he keeps the city clean and tidy. When can you live there? Well, we'll start funding in 60 days. After funding, we'll start funding in 2022, so that the bonds will be available in 2022. And I want to, I'm thinking the public infrastructure will be around around 300,000 bitcoins. Yeah, that will be the public infrastructure, and the private investment that's unlimited. Now, we were talking about these bonds fully, in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and not the normal bonds that we issue in New York Stock Exchange. So we talked with my friend Samson. Where is he? Samson! From Blockstream. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Samson here. So we were talking about building a park before, but that idea is gone. We're not building the park.
I thought we are building the park.
No, we're not. Sorry. Maybe. So we're going to start with a small issuance to test the waters. So I'm going to give 2 minutes to my friend Samson right here, so he can explain to you what we're going to do with right now before issuing the city bonds. So please. Where is it? Yeah, presentation.
It's okay, I can just start.
Yeah, you start.
So, this is a very historic moment. We're going to be issuing Bitcoin bonds. Do you guys like Bitcoin bonds? And these bonds are amazing. The first one is going to be a $1 billion bond. And what makes it a Bitcoin bond is because it's backed by Bitcoin. So half of the $1 billion will go into buying Bitcoin. So the president is going to market buy $500 million of Bitcoin.
That also.
Yeah.
We gotta buy $500 million in Bitcoin.
We'll see. The other half will go towards infrastructure, specifically building energy infrastructure and Bitcoin mining. So this is why it's going to be called the volcano bond. And this is going to be a series. So this first bond is called the EBB1, or El Salvador Bitcoin Bond 1. But there will be more. The coupon is 4.5%, but there's also a special Bitcoin dividend. So of that 500 million that the president buys, after a 5-year lockup, they will start selling some of that Bitcoin to give an additional coupon to all the investors in the bond. Now, if you think Bitcoin is going to go up, and we've modeled it out, so this is something we've been working on for months actually. Conservatively, I would say
that's important.
35% year over year is conservative. But at the end of the 10 years, or in the 10th year of the bond, your APY will be 146%. So the coupon is 6.5% for the first 5 years, and then it starts getting a Bitcoin boost. And I think this product is going to be incredibly attractive, not only to Bitcoin hodlers, investors, people that have stable coins, but just normal people as well, like even from the traditional financial industry or bankers, because there's no instrument like this on the market. This bond will be issued on the Liquid network, a Bitcoin sidechain. And to make that happen, there needs to be a few things that are done. So first of all, the government is working on a securities law. So law for digital securities, modern digital securities laws. And they will be issuing the first license to operate a securities exchange here in El Salvador to Bitfinex, to Paulo and his excellent team. So this is going to make El Salvador the financial center of the world. It's the Singapore of Latin America, and if the US continues declining, all of North and South America. But this is a big first step. And you know, with Bitfinex, they have a lot of whales, so I don't see a problem filling a $1 billion bond. There's a 5-year lockup on the bond, so that's $500 million of Bitcoin taken off the market for 5 years. Now, if you do 9 more bonds, that's 10 bonds. That's 5 billion in Bitcoin taken off the market for 10 years. And if you get 10 more countries to do these bonds, that's half of Bitcoin's market cap right there. So the game theory on these Bitcoin bonds is just insane. The first country to do it, which will be El Salvador, will have a massive advantage. If Bitcoin at the 5-year mark reaches $1 million, which I think it will, they will sell Bitcoin in 2 quarters and recoup that $500 million. In 3.5 quarters, they can get enough money to pay back the entire bond. I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So,
Not the financials.
the first countries that do this will have a massive advantage. This is the beginning of nation-state Bitcoin FOMO. Do you guys like that? So, if you guys want to invest in El Salvador, this is the easiest way to do it. It would be tied to citizenship too. So if you're investing in these bonds, it's
Or anything else.
permanent residence, fast-tracking to citizenship. So you might have thought when the Bitcoin law came out, how can I do it? How do I start? This makes it super easy. Buy the bond, and the rest takes care of itself. So I'm running short on time. So I'll just repeat Jack Mallers. We are here to change the world. We are here in El Salvador to change the world. And we are ready to die on this hill. All of us are ready to die on this hill. Bitcoin is going to save the world, and it starts here in El Salvador.
No bras? Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, the wind. The wind there. No, yeah, thank you. They're from Colombia?
Colombia!
You want to show the shirt? Free advertising here. Now. Yeah. Send me some sats. Now. You know, like Samson said, Bitcoin is going to change the world. It has already changed it, but it's going to change even more. And you know what? A lot of people didn't know the history of money. I won't tell you the history of money, don't worry. But you know, this is normal evolution. So it's just not a good, a cool, a nice idea. It's the evolution of humankind. So we're going there. And you can't stop evolution. No, you just can't. It just happens. So it doesn't matter if we build Bitcoin City or not for the evolution of Bitcoin, or we issue some bonds, or if we do this event. It will evolve regardless, because that's the way it is. But it's nicer if we are part of it. So it's nicer if we push it a little. It's nicer if we make a legal tender. It's nicer if we make some countries home FOMO. It's nicer if we build a city, or 10 cities, or 20 cities like the Alexandrias. So, you know, it's nicer. It doesn't have to be that way, but I think it's going to be better if it is that way. So at the end, it's, you know, for the sellers, it will be nice to be the financial center of the world. Yeah, it sounds cool for us. So it doesn't matter probably for Bitcoin, but yes, it matters for us. And I think we can make it even better, and we can push the future even forward. So, for some reason, if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, nature, the universe, for some reason we're all here right now, in Niseta Beach, in El Salvador, having fun, watching these projects, looking into the future. It's nice to be part of it, isn't it?
Yeah! Historical.
So, you know, let's all be part of it. And let's all push the future even forward. Thank you guys. Have fun. We love you, everybody. For the surfers out there.
Damas y caballeros,